August 12th was a dark day. That's when British Indian author Salman Rushdie was brutally knifed in New York. Rushdie was scheduled to give a lecture at the Education Center at the Chautauqua Institution when a crazed man ran up to the stage and attacked Rushdie with a knife, stabbing him in the neck and abdomen. Hadi Matar of Fairview, New Jersey, was arrested and charged with attempted murder. It was a shocking display of violence, and in truth, one of the most disturbing elements of this attack is Matar's age. He's only 24, meaning that he wasn't even alive when the controversy erupted over the publication of the Satanic Verses in the first place. And yet somehow this would-be assassin was motivated to take someone's life for the alleged crime of writing a book that some in the Muslim world consider to be offensive to Islam. How sad, how infuriating, how disturbing is that? And joining me now for more on this shocking incident is Raheel Raza. Raheel, thank you so much for coming on Rebel Roundup. And I got to tell you, do you share my surprise that the fact that the age of this would-be assassin, only 24, not even alive when Khomeini issued that fatwa back in 1989, and yet somehow this person has been, I guess, indoctrinated to go out and try to carry out first-degree murder?
You know, David, it is shocking, of course, but not entirely surprising. I mean, since 9/11, we have been talking and warning about the dangers of brainwashing young people.
Yes.
And, you know, here is a pure example. When you look at it, as you say, he wasn't even born when the fatwa was given. So it tells you of the level of the brainwashing. It tells you of the level of the radicalization that a young man born in USA went for a visit to Lebanon and, according to his own mother, came back radicalized.
Yes.
So people from, you know, thousands of miles away are able to push his buttons. The question that we have to ask, and our security agencies and our law enforcement and our leaders, is how many more Hadi Matars are there that we don't know about?
You know, and that's a good point too, Raheel, the fact that he was born in the United States of America. I mean, I think if you're in a developed world democracy, life is probably pretty good. I don't know anything about this character, but he's probably not languishing in poverty. Mm-hmm. And yet somehow he was motivated to go out and carry out this atrocious act. I don't even know if he has read the Satanic Verses. You said in your commentary, so many of the people that we saw from yesterdecade rioting in the streets, they never read it. It's even been reported that Ayatollah Khomeini himself hadn't read it. This is baffling to me, Raheel.
Well, you know, you have to understand the mindset and the ideology of the Islamists. And let me clarify that Islamists are those who are using Islam for a purely political motive.
Yes.
You know, there's no spirituality in it. It is purely political. And they're using it for subversive agendas.
Yeah.
So you have to understand their thinking and their ideology to appreciate what is unfolding. Now, I hope that what is unfolding is a lesson for people who are looking at this. You know, and every time I've spoken out in the last 20 years, I've been called a fearmonger. But invariably, some of the things that we Muslim reformers have talked about have come true, because we have been warning of the signs and connecting the dots. So I would be called a fearmonger again, but if I tell you that I believe that at least 40% of the Muslim communities are Islamized. You know, they have leanings towards Islamist ideology. Now, this doesn't mean that they're going to go out and be violent.
Yes.
Because it's a mindset. It's a way of thinking. And when young people are brainwashed into believing that they're doing this for God and that they're doing this, they are going to find a place in heaven and that they can give their own lives and they will, you know, become angels and have perhaps wishful thinking, 72 virgins at their beck and call. It's all a bunch of garbage, but they believe it.
It's staggering. And, you know, one of the aspects we have to look at, Raheel, is the reaction around the world. And I thought one of the most disturbing reactions was in Pakistan. There is a journalist, Ali Wakar. He broadcasts for Pakistan's English language Dawn News Network. And he stated that Matar is, quote, a young freedom fighter for Ummah's dignity, end quote. I mean, this to me is almost as shocking as the knife attack.
I saw that. As you know, I am from Pakistan.
Yes.
I follow the news there. It was very disturbing, very concerning. I saw the celebration, the jubilation. And I waited for at least one organization, even in North America, one Muslim organization to show compassion, regardless of the religious affiliation, just to show compassion for a 75-year-old man who nearly died.
Yes.
That's all I'm asking for.
And and a week later, have we seen any?
No.
Hey folks, that was an excerpt from my show, Rebel Roundup. Now, to get the full meal deal, why not go to Rebel News Plus, sign up, and never miss a Rebel News Plus show in the future.